Hello and welcome to Tashkent. Match day 8, the league stage of the Western Division of the AFC Champions League Elite here at the JAR Stadium. Pakhtakor versus Al Sadd. Pakhtakor need to win. Full stop, end of, nothing else. And then they've got to look at the results for Pakhtakor and Persepolis over the coming 24 hours. Fans have been in here for a while. Just 8 degrees, a little bit of a chance of some rain and a low breeze, but otherwise a clear night here. The Pakhtakor Lions are in full voice, as you can see, just to the left of the halfway line on the far side. Remember, their domestic campaign is yet to start, and their AFC Champions League Elite campaign has been a little somewhat subdued, with 4 draws and 3 defeats, but all of those defeats just by the solitary goal. It's going to be a big ask to see if they can qualify in the top 8. As I say, Pakhtakor and Persepolis' games have a huge bearing on what happens, but Pakhtakor tomorrow go to Al Rayyan, whilst later on today Al Nassr are the visitors to Persepolis. Pedro Moreira of Portugal is the coach of Pakhtakor. He says he wants to show his fans, the Pakhtakor Lions fans, a little bit of guile, resolve, and what they've been missing so far in this campaign. Sean Evans, our referee, just wishing both captains the very best. These two have met before. They've met 4 times. Twice in 2019 and twice in 2011. And it's safe to say that the Uzbekistan side have drawn 2 and lost 2, so they'll be looking for their first ever victory over the Qatari side, Al Sadd, in the AFC Champions League. Lots of smiles on the faces of the Pakhtakor Lions fans. Expectancy, anticipation and high hopes. They really want to push it as far as they can and as deep into this final match day of the West Division of the AFC Champions League Elite Group. Both matches here between these two in the past have ended up in draws, 1-1 and 2-2. The young man from Al Sadd certainly feeling the cold. Al Sadd have qualified. They find themselves with the possibility, should they lose today, of maybe dropping to 5th place from 4th place in the West Division. Their head coach, Felix Sanchez, has made a few changes from the last time they played in the AFC Champions League Elite Group stages. Al Sadd have had a couple of notable victories on their way through. Got a nice draw away at Al Hilal, and went away to Al Nassr and won as well. But that was with a different looking side than we'll find out today. Now, the entry of the two sides, and of course I should say the third side, all from Australia today, the match officials. Just wonder exactly how many players enjoy these moments. Just want to get on with the game now. Sabir Kujayev, the man whose face and captain of Pakhtakor, wearing the 27, showed the tension that still sits within the body. Pakhtakor have made 3 changes. They've brought back Ali Jorov, Azamadinov, and of course the captain there, Sabir Kujayev, will be pulling the strings. Pedro Moriera, maybe more famously known for being Paulo Fonseca's number 2 for many years. There's a referees, all from Australia. Sean Evans, assisted by George Lagrindis and Owen Goldrick. Board man and 4th official, Adam Kelsey. VAR being controlled by Kate Yesvich. Al-Sad, well, it's a case of who hasn't been changed from their last game. They've made 8 changes to the side that beat Al Nassr. Only Kurki, Atal and Christo remain from that side. 34-year-old keeper sat in between the sticks. Pakhtakor, who need the 3 points, as I say, looking through their games, they lacked match sharpness, was the sort of reason really for their away defeat to Al Harafa in their last game. But the lack of goals have been considerable on their way through. Maybe could have had 4 more points in their bag if they'd have taken their chances. Persepolis they drew against away from home, possibly 2 points there. Led in a rather tame one at home to Al Rayyan, but again missed a lot of chances in that defeat. So they're not out of games, but a bit like today, they're not quite out of qualification, but they need a few things to fall their way. And we're off. Straight away, knocked towards the Pakhtakor rear guard. Alionov gets the ball away. Going to be a throw. Interesting to see what tempo and pace starts this game. Well, that's not the tidiest piece of defending there. And this time Azamadinov playing it against the legs of his own defender. It gives away the first corner. Pakhtakor Moriera says, I can't worry or affect anything apart from my side. Al-Saad inside the first minute. Opportunity to see how the set pieces unfold. There's a white. That's a swing and a miss. Leonov won't get it down though. He's got to face the trickery. Pakhtakor there. Will not increase their spirits with slips on sides. That's asking a lot there. In the end, it's just allowed to run through there by Kurki, all the way through to Saad. There will be a lot of tension in the shoulder blades or in the legs of Pakhtakor, knowing they have to win. Nasser just plays it back. Yazidi thrashes it against the man in front of him, but it's going to be easy for Saad just to take his time. Felix Sanchez spent most of his coaching career in Qatar. Had a couple of spells away, but not for long. Marion won't thank his teammate for that ball into his shoulder. Control that if you can. That's out. Back inside. Already Al-Saad look as though they're just a wee bit better on the front foot in terms of playing the football. Quite composed. Gilherme is going to be the man that pulls the strings, a little quarterback as I would call him if he was an American footballer. Jonathan slides the ball out. Little route one, but certainly Kabzova has done well. Sabir Kajayev tried to slip it through, but that man there in your picture showing a steady head to bring the ball out. Pakhtakor gained a little bit route one. Defensive midfielder that gets his body across the ball before Flamarian takes down Gilherme. Decent play, well smuggled away. Flamarian slips it through the centre. First real chance of a shot. Dragged somewhat across the face of goal ultimately there though. Kalmadov. Full ball, cut out easy there, Sabai to Joe Flammarion. Captain tries the first time ball, it's a real break here. Alionov with the first shot, parried away, comes out, can he steady himself? Oh, he's cracked it wide. Wants a corner, Flammarion. First time shot was good. Saad with the ball out. In fairness, did take his time there, Flammarion. The route to goal was covered by a couple of defenders, but we'd like to have seen that on target. It's been a promising opening, different styles of play from the pair of them. Al-Sad just realising that Pakhtakor need to get the ball forward. There's Medina. It's not the great ball. Pounced on by Al-Sad. Well defended ultimately. Got his body across the ball, which is what you're supposed to do. Can he find the ball out of the defence there? Alionov does ease the pressure on his rear guard. Part of the prospective scenarios is, should Pakhtakor take the lead, will they go to try and put the game to bed, or will they try and sit on what they've got, because the goal difference is, with the sides in and around them, very close, -2 and -3 goals. That man in your picture though, their coach, he'll just be thinking to himself, let's just get the 3 points and see where we go from there. Coming them off. Kolmatov, 18-7. Abdurizak hung it up in the air. That's a nice touch on its near side. Break comes forward now. Adam Zoda down the line. Kolmatov got a lot to do in the corner. Now that's excellent play by the Al-Sad defender. The presence of mind to drag it back and play it down the line and get out. Kajaev, Adam Zoda, just trying to feed it in between the two centre halves. Maybe wants to try and spring that ball more on the halfway line, so the two centre halves are a little bit midway through their own half, just so there's space in behind that Riascos can try and run into. The deeper you play that ball, the closer the back four are to the edge of the 18-yard box. It's not a bad throw in. Luka with a header back in. Al-Sad under a little bit of pressure. Medinov. Luka. Kolmatov. Al-Sad very good off the ball at the moment. Having said that, the ball is being played squarely across the rear guard. Abdullayev, Alionov. Good covering defensive work again. Gorky there. Leonov, can he find a cross? Kandamov. Really the clearance into it. Rusak taken out of play. Well, the home side certainly trying to up the ante, and Natal not too happy with that. Sean Evans just exercises a little bit of common sense there. Adam Zoda was the man that wrapped himself around the other side player. Pitch is a little bit dry on top. A few bare patches considering the Pakhtakor season is yet to start. Gilan. Oh, slip here. Riascos, real opportunity. He's going to get the corner. Gorky got across there. Riascos obviously eyes lit up. Bunasa was the man that slipped. And this really should have been pounced upon. Good block ultimately by the left outstretched leg. First corner for Pakhtakor. Oh, Flammarion with the volley at the front post there. Familiar pattern somewhat, one would say, for Pakhtakor. Look at their home game to Al Ain as well. They went ahead, played against 10 men for 35 minutes in that game, but couldn't quite get their noses over the line there. AFC Champions League Elite campaign is strewn with the possibilities, I would say, of extra points, which could have made all the difference to their top 8 qualification place in the West Division. Atal. Gorky. Gorky just finds Bunasa. Gilhan. You can hear the whistles coming up here in Tashkent from the home supporters. That's the side from Qatar, just sort of manage the match at the moment. Very much under the guise of, if we have the ball, you cannot score. Bunasa. And they've sort of played themselves into trouble there. Atal saw the ball into Atal's feet and it was very quickly pounced upon, and the press was good. Yusuf Abdurrazak just trying to delay a quick free kick being taken. But Saad in the goal will look on. Virkajoev, captain performance needed from him today. It's quite a high line, in fairness. There is space between the two, but it's got to be a flick and a drift. It hasn't got to curl into the keeper. Flammarion, little layoff. Clipped in this time. Abdurrazak gets the ball away. One back on the far side by Alionov. To find himself out of space. Luka. Alionov being forced backwards here by the press from Al Sadd. Well, the opening 16 minutes are fairly flown by. Marian. Adam Zoda tries to feed it through. Red though, as Kolmatov have made the underlapping run. Abdullayev. Alionov likes to get forward. Nice little feint there as well. Can he find the right ball? Well, he's found a nice pair of feet there. There's a real chance here. Flammarion was in there. Away it goes for a corner. Sean Evans with the pointed finger. Well, if you've been with us for the first 16 minutes and 50 seconds, you'll know that Pakhtakor have decided to go and play football in the final third of the opponent's pitch. They get the ball there quite quickly. I won't say it's route one, but it's not bad. Decent ball in again. Good header away by Gilherm. Flammarion. Sabir Kodjaev. Alionov. That's not a bad ball either. Can it be kept in? No, just picks up pace there. Kamdamov with the run in behind. Well, Al Sadd showing possibly that the 8 changes from their previous Champions League Elite game, it's just having a little bit of an effect. And it really is a great header at the back post by Atal. Got across there. Look up. Kamdamov, deep cross. Flammarion with a header across. It's got to be one. It is one. Riascos turns it in. At 19 on the clock. Riascos turns in from a header back by Flammarion. And Pakhtakor Lions and their fans show an awful lot of pleasure with that. Goal scoring hasn't been the easiest thing for them in this qualifying stages. But Brian Riascos pops it in. It's a lovely deep ball by Alionov, headed back across the face goal by Flammarion. And Riascos, just for a moment, must have thought, well, I've got a lot of space here. Just redirects it in. Saad with no chance whatsoever. It's a clever header back. And it doesn't matter how good you are as a footballer or how good you are as a striker, a yard out with a chance like that, you'd actually sleep and dream of that sort of chance. But that man in your picture, Riascos, goes to compliment Flammarion with that lovely header back across the face of goal. And the changing scenery, the ever-changing scenery of a football match. We now have the visiting side thinking we've got to do something about it, and the home side thinking, well, could it be possible? Only other games will decide that. A little bit of coming together inside the 6-yard box. Jonathan will look across. Atal with the corner. Back it comes, fired in. Well, Luka got his body on there. Wasn't a bad little volley on this near side. That's Medinov. Abdullayev. Luka does want to get caught in possession there. Alionov gives him an out. Jonathan. There's Medinov now. Goes for the channel ball. Riascos, the goal scorer, gets a bit on Flammarion again. A little bit of a thorn at the moment. Flamarion. Oh, did he think about shooting? He's got it out now. Oh, and a little deflection there from the effort from Kolmatov. Free kick given away though. Sean Evans on there saw a little something. Flamarion looked as though he was going to pull the trigger on that break. And in the end, fouls his man, Bunasa, before the shot comes in from Kolmatov. Well, Al-Sadd at the moment just having a little bit of a struggle against a side whose tails are up after taking the lead through Riascos. Luka worked hard there. The officials on the far side have got a throw for Pakhtakor. Alionov not totally sure of the throwing technique, but I'll leave that to the officials on the field of play. Jonathan never really looked comfortable with that ball back there then, did he, the keeper? Well, midway through the first half, and possibly the scenario that most neutrals would have wanted, with the home side leading by a goal to nil. They've got most to profit from a victory today. Al-Sadd have qualified. Nobody wants to lose a game inside the AFC Champions League Elite group, but several changes have been made by Felix Sanchez today. Riascos. Sabir Khodjayev. Luka, Alionov. Options at the moment. Not the greatest touch there by Kolmatov, but one back. Goes in, deflection, corner. Surprising when you're on top how suddenly people show in spaces. Want the ball, happy to go forward. Pakhtakor is certainly doing that now. Kolmatov with his corner. Well, he's not found a yellow shirt, and it's not the most convincing header away, but Al-Sadd have got it away. Sabir Khodjayev, the glue that sticks things together. Alionov with the ball in. Abdul-Razzaq gets it away. Okay, just taken off the toes. Good defensive work. Brian Riascos trying to win it again. Bunasa didn't know where it was. Support here. Sabir Khodjayev with a cross in. Flicked header by Flamarion. Oh, fingertips. Outstretched fingertips from Saad in goal. Possibly had it covered. It is my first real glimpse of Flamarion, and I have to say he's been instrumental in an awful lot of what Pakhtakor are doing. Thumb long by Saad. Just don't need to open any options up. Nice turn there by Luka. Sabir Khodjayev. Again, just slow control. Alionov now with a chance to, well, he's going to take it. He's going to run as far as he can. Good covering this time by Korki. Alionov, the number 7 for Pakhtakor. If they held a party, he'd turn up, because he doesn't need any invitations, does he, that young man, to go on his way. look up. Real chance here. Cross in by Kolmatov. Flamarion just shut down. Well, spectacular by Adam Zoda. But as soon as it went goalwards, a deflection or anything could have been forthcoming. They haven't won a game so far, Pakhtakor. Unasa, Gilhelm. Unasa. No questions asked there. Medinov straight out of play. He'll caught late there. Kolmatov done by a nice little twist and turn. If any of you out there want to know about marking, Kolmatov 2 yards off his man there, then went to stick like glue, which allowed the spin by Gilhelm. And some of you will say, well, if I get too tight, I'll get rolled. But therein is the question for defensive-minded players. So, got a few words with the quick free kick being taken. Gilhelm. Well, there's a lot of space. You can head it up and bring it down at the same time. Alhaidos puts it in. Jonathan, always in command of the situation. A little bit of a problem here for the playmaker. Gilhelm, just one of the three that retain their positions in the side from the... Not happy with his right hamstring there. Wouldn't have thought that Felix Sanchez would have left him on the field of play if he's got a little ping there. Pedro Mariera offering instructions out. They've got a few defenders on the bench. Roman Seiss, who would normally be starting, the former Wolverhampton Wanderers man, is on the bench, as is Musab and Pedro Correa. Should they just want to change things around and push somebody a little further forward? Midfield-wise, they've Mustafa on the bench and Sayar. Whether they're quite in the playmaker role, we don't know. Well, half hour has almost elapsed now, and it will be Pedro Mariera who is the happier, one would say. Be an interesting team talk if his side are only a goal to the good at the break. I'll try and explain that a little bit later as we get closer, because the side are certainly on the front foot. Balionov going to get the cross in. Well, he does get the ball in, but it's Saad down by his left post, as you see, just claiming the ball. Gorky. Yazidi. Missed up. Still not taking his place on the field of play at the moment. Some defensive work there. Zoda. That's Medina. Adam Zoda. Oh, you heard the groan. Didn't know that the chalk dust was on the back of his heels there. Adam Zoda. You get the first change. And coming on, Sayer comes on for Gilherme. It'll be interesting to see how the balance of the Al Sadd side goes now. It's out with the throat, gets the ball back. Abdul-Razak with the ball around the corner, but allowed to run out of play on the far side by Abdullayev. In his head now, he'll be thinking, how do I change? What do I change? How do I make sure that we get the right result? Certainly not playing football there, but they've managed to get away. Sabir Kojayev caught once, manages to get the ball out of play on the far side, but you can play football in the right areas, and you might be wearing the captain's armband, but not on the edge of your 18 and with a poor ball. Great bit of footwork on the far side. Oh, that's a little bit of a fall to the floor, looking like he's injured. That will be had a look at by the VAR. Riascos, the goal scorer. Unasa gets away. Oh, down he goes. Unasa got a little bit of a handful there with Brian Riascos. It's going to be quite a physical battle between the two. Well, there's definitely a drag of the foot there. And I've seen those given. Giovanni was the one that ended up on the floor. Question is, has Sean Evans been asked to come across and have a look? It's a possibility now, as you can see from the graphic. It's definitely a foot on foot. Sean Evans will be spoken to by Kate Jasovic in the earpiece. And it is a lazy leg, one would have to say. Alionov, I think this could end up in a penalty kick. Oh, Haidos is the man that has been caught. I think it looks somewhat theatrical at normal speed, but when you do see it, he's definitely caught. Sean Evans has given the penalty kick. Just caught the shin, and down went Al-Haidos, and now a chance to level things up on 36. And again, that ever-changing spider's web of a football match complexity could change in an instant. Jonathan, a relative spectator, up against the man that was infringed upon, Al-Haidos. All his own work. What a long run here. Al-Haidos versus Jonathan. Well, it's down the middle. Jonathan would love to have stood still. Now he's seen where that ball's gone. Al-Haidos with the stuttering run into the ball. But it's one apiece. And Alionov's lazy leg just catching the shins of the goal scorer, Al-Haidos. Picked up by the fourth official. Real stalling. Jonathan, as he fell away to his left-hand side, saw the ball going to his right and must have thought if only I'd have stood still. That's the gamble you take as a keeper. It could not be any more central if you tried. Al-Haidos brings Al-Saad level. Slightly against the run of play. But before anybody bemoans the fact that your commentator has said that, Al-Saad had the ball in the penalty area of Pakhtakor and therefore induced the opportunity of receiving a penalty kick by being there. They can't do it if they're in their own half or even outside the Pakhtakor penalty area. That's out. Unasa. Interesting to see what degree of deflation sails through the ranks of Pakhtakor now. Abdullayev back to Jonathan. And a fairly straightforward ball forward. Lucas Spano by Abdurazak. Cristo Gonzalez has been quite quiet. That's a nice break. Good work back there by Korki. Abdullayev and Azamadinov. Marshall in the heart of the defence. Azamadinov receives it from Jonathan. Abdurazak fouled this time. Just signs there with that ball forward that Pakhtakor somewhat shocked by that equalising penalty. Need to get that man back in the game, Flammarion. Unas stands over to Al-Haidos, but I think it's going to be the penalty taker Al-Haidos to put it in. A good ball in, get a second opportunity. Well, a chance here for Unas. Shot drilled in this time, blocked by the body of Azamadinov. Unas again trying to get in. Al-Haidos down to the dead ball line. Great ball in. Good clearing header. Sabir Kajayev tries to carry the ball forward.
Thank you, guys.
Abdullayev. Leonov. Oh, he's got a real mistake on the far side. Real chance here. Can't find Flammarion. Calmed them off there. Wow. Korki and the fullback on the far side, Al-Yazidi. Well, Al-Yazidi completely missed his ball on the flight of it. Calmed them off with a chance to put it in a dangerous area. Calmed them off with the ball in. Oh, what a miss by the keeper. Luka can't get there and the ball is cleared. Saad came out, got nowhere near it. And Iaskos just uses his hands. But he made his mind up early there. Saad Al-Sheep the keeper from Al Sadd, flailed awfully at the ball. Bunassa was the man on the line that cleared the ball when it was prodded gently towards the goal of Al Sadd. Sadd playing it forward. A bit of work here. Flamarion tries to carry the ball forward. Tal with the cushioned shoulder on his outside. Flamarion again back in possession. Got options. Riascos, can he pull it across the face of goal? You heard the inquisitive nature of my voice or vocal tones there, because I didn't quite like what happened. Flamarion lets it run. Real chance here now for Golmatov. In the end, the ball is gone wide. And that's Serbia Kojaev was the man with the final shot, but these are presentable chances again for Pakhtakor, and they're not taking them. Shot finally comes off the toes of the defender, but lovely step over here. Golmatov got himself in a real pickle. The shot coming in. Sabah Karjoyev. Flamarion with a corner. Still not sure what Riascos saw with that cross anyway. Deep ball in. Finally a good flick away. Alionov needs to atone for his little lazy leg. The ball in is a little too close to Sadd in goal for Al Sadd. Golmatov. Flamarion. Golmatov again. Bit of space here. Can he take his man on? Look up. Golmatov. A bad looking ball in. Bunassa with the clearance. That's Medinov. That comes over. Golmatov, can he keep the ball in? Well, he kept it in. Maybe should have had a little swing with the left peg there. Often under pressure going to the dead ball line, you get a good cross out of that. It's when you've got relaxation and time to pick your spot that it often becomes quite bad. Maybe could have just wrapped his left peg around it from the dead ball line and dragged it into the penalty area. Into the final minute of the 45 of the first half. Alionov again allows Christo to get beyond him. Excellent defensive work by Abdullayev this time. Christo goes down in a heap. Luka. Serbia Kojaev. Is there a late twist in the tail in this first half? Riascos shows a little too much there. Korki puts it away for a corner, but you don't need to be a commentator sat peering down at the pitch to say that Pakhtakor have suddenly gone back after a little wobble when they conceded to try to get the next goal. Picking up the pace of things as we move into time added on at the end of the first 45. 5 minutes added on as well. Ball into the box. Riascos gets up, glances it away. Luka thinks he was fouled at the back post. Riascos, I think, knows he should have got a little bit more forehead on it. A grazing of Brian Riascos' forehead, more than the planting of the forehead on the football. Sadd. Atal. Luka with the header off the back of Atal's head. Luka does well to get it down. Flamarion does well. Riascos, a shade of offside though, he's managed to bore his way through, but this time taken off the ball by Al-Haidos, but it picked up again. Real chance here now. Kolmatov pulls the trigger. Well, Saad with the push away and catch. How football has changed. Lovely little overlapping run as well now. Breaking forward, Al Yazidi looking for Christo. It's going to be a corner. As Medinov just the wrong side of the corner flag on the far side. Well, this would be a kick in the teeth for Pakhtakor should they concede from this set piece laid on in the first half. Well, it wasn't a bad looking ball in. Luka was out jumped in there. Chance again for it to be loaded back in. Decent ball in again. Headed away at the back post this time. Well, the game is finally poised. But now our minds will think what is going to happen inside the dressing rooms should parity prevail at the break. Felix Sanchez and Pedro Moriera. Did worry about Pedro Moriera's team talk should they have gone into the break in front. Would have been quite so, I won't say gung-ho or cavalier, but would he still have chased it forward? Riascos has got in behind Bunasa again. Riascos though covering by Korki. If it had been 1-0, just wondered Pedro Moriera might have been saying, right, okay, we got 15 minutes to make it 2 and then we'll start defending what we got. But with the game poised at 1 apiece now, just changes the team talk. Long throw to be aimed to that front post. Admedinov got a bid on it. Alionov with the shot. Riascos up and over the top. The arms are up. Offside is the call. Into the final minute. Just a little bit offside. Just a little bit over. Ideally, I'd love to hit the back of the net and let everybody else argue about it. That's what I used to say. I don't care. If you think you're offside, just put it in the back of the net. We'll do the argument later about whether I'm onside or offside. Saad with his goal kick. Luka with the header down. Penny for those thoughts in that side. Manager's head, Pedro Moriera. He'll have been enthused, I think, by what he has seen. He'll be disappointed with the lazy leg from Alionov, which has conceded the penalty, which Haidos won and scored. Sean Evans says that's enough. And it's been a front foot performance from Pakhtakor, but again, goal scoring causing them a little bit of a worry. Ryan Riascos getting the first goal after a clever header back across the face goal by Flammarion. And then Al-Haidos, some 20 minutes later, upended in the box by a lazy leg from Alionov. He got up, dusted himself off and put the penalty straight down the middle. It's 1 apiece at the break. Pakhtakor, Lions, they're taking it to their visitors. But here it is Pakhtakor 1, Al Sadd 1.
Ha? Sprawdź po Sorry, Chad.
Hello and welcome back to Pakhtakor versus Al Sadd, the second half of this AFC Champions League Elite West Division matchday 8 game. And at the break here in Tashkent in the JAR Stadium, it is 1 apiece in a game that Pakhtakor need to get all 3 points to give themselves any hope of, however faint, however slim, of getting in the top 8 for the knockout phases and the next round. Well, they took the lead on 18 minutes. A cross came in. Flamarion with a header back across the face of Golden Nut man there. Riascos turned in for 1-0. Very much on the front foot, you'd say, for the predominantly large parts of that first half. Into the last part of it, though, Ali Yonov left a lazy leg out for Al Haidos to go over. A penalty was given via VAR, and Al Sadd got the equaliser on 37 minutes. Well, it is going to be Pakhtakor to start the second half. And we're underway. 45 minutes left, possibly, of Pakhtakor's AFC Champions League campaign for 24-25 season. Need 3 points. Games later on. Persepolis versus Al Nassr. They are dependent on other results, and of course tomorrow Al Rayyan versus Istiklal. Won by a dal. Abdullayev back to Jonathan. There's Madinov. Interesting to know. Flamarion tries to get in behind, but it's Gorky that puts the ball forward. That's Madinov with the header down. Luka. Sabir Kojayev. Riascos, Sabir Kojayev. That's well worked around the edge of the box. Maybe a little too intricate ultimately. Luka with the little header back to Asamadinov. Adam Kozaev. Riascos getting himself into a bit of space. Can he find the right ball? Well, he's had a fair old thump there with his right peg. Is his favoured foot. Sadd in the Al Sadd goal. Sees it go over the crossbar, though. Thirty-year-old Colombian. Just rippling the top of the net. There's plenty of pace on it. Riascos, little ball over the top. Flamarion. Oh, just enough there by Munasa to take the legs off him. Sadd getting down to his right-hand side. There's Madinov. Get away. It's interesting to look at the warming up of the substitutes at half-time. It looked as though Al Sadd may be warming somebody up to make an appearance early on in this second half. Gorky back to Sadd. And Sadd put it straight down the halfway lane. Alionov would dearly like to atone for his lazy leg. They gave away the penalty, and now Sabir Kojayev is adjudged to have left a little bit on Al Haidos, and a yellow card out for Sabir Kojayev. Sean Evans, our referee today, assisted by George Lacrindis and Owen Goldrick on either flank. Fourth official and board man is Adam Kelsey. I should say Adam Kersey, I should say. And VAR, or monitor person as I'd like to call them, Kate J. Svich. Just a flailing arm there from Sabir Kojayev. Just wouldn't sit down, and ultimately he tried to play it through there on that replay. Pedro Mariera will be urging his troops to sign off their Champions League Elite campaign this season with a victory. Lucky with the crossfield ball. Abdurazak was the target. That's out. Back to him. Wants to go outside. He's done well. Kept it in play. Atal now. Can he pick a right coloured shirt out? Azmadinov. Foul Flammarion. That's not a great ball into there. Kolmatov didn't want it there. Yusuf Abdurazak. Well, he's kept off the ball there by the wiry body of Azmadinov. Abdullayev. Alionov. Loose touch there by Luka. Forward by Ali Assad. Well, you'd have to say keep your arms down to Azmadinov, and he's allowed his man to wriggle away. Azmadinov with the clearance, but a slightly higher tempo to the game from Al-Sad. Azmadinov with his two-touch football of his own, but he still hasn't cleared his lines. Sabir Kojayev. Riascos, was he pulled back? I think he was, the Colombian. Sean Evans didn't see it. Sal wants to find somebody down the line. Al-Sad's campaign has been pretty solid, if unspectacular. Gorky with the different defending there. Opened up their campaign with a 1-1 draw with Al Ain before defeating Istiklal by 2-0 and then Persepolis by 1-0. What followed that was 2 draws with Al Wasl and Al Hilal, Mitrovic and co, Neymar and everybody else. Before that, victory away at Al Nassr, a Ronaldo-less Nasser, it has to be Al Nassr, before going down after taking the lead against Al Ali in their last game, leading by 3-1. But the job had been done. Kandamov on the ball now. Kandamov again, can he find the ball inside? Kolmatov is the target. Excellent defensive work by Stayet. Oh, Haidos with the crossfield ball. Never really looked as though he's going to pick a gold and black shirt out there. Sabir Kojayev and Luka. Kolmatov. A little bit of intensity, not a little bit lacking from the first half performance from Pakhtakor compared to the second half performance. That could be because Al-Sad have come out slightly more determined. A little tweak to the formation, maybe not easy for Pakhtakor to get the ball forward as directly as they would have done in the first half. I wouldn't say it was thumped forward, but they did try and play forward at every opportunity. Al-Haidos, toe in there, nicely played this time by Kamdamov. Abdullayev, Asmadinov. Well, that's nicely played, that's nicely taken. Flamarion now got options out to his right here. Maybe held it on a fraction late, but does get it across the Kamdamov. Free kick given right on the edge of the box. Yellow card shown to Wunasa. Just a moment there where Flamarion had the option of rolling it to the right to Kamdamov. Wunasa stepped in at the wrong time. Difficult position now, really, for Pakhtakor, if I can say so myself. This is 19 yards out. You've got to be really, really top draw to get this up and down from 19 yards. If you do it, you often do it with a more of a fluffiness as opposed to pace and power. Sean Evans takes the wall back. A little bit of a thought shower now, plenty around that. Out comes Oda. Saad's trying to make sure his wall is in right position. Big moment in the game, 56 on the clock. Concentration. Kamdamov and Luka stand over it. Kamdamov looks favourite. Luka into the wall. And it's 2-1. He's got his second of the game, Riascos. The Colombian strikes again. Brian Riascos, first to react as the ball looped up off the wall. Pakhtakor back in front. Goal scorers, they know where to be at the right time. Seen a lot over the years that don't always look as though they're interested in the game, but all of a sudden, twice in and around the 6-yard box, and that man smiling in your picture and walking away to the halfway line. He's got the second here. 7 yards out, gave Saad no chance whatsoever. Natal didn't see him in behind him, and the Colombian rose to head down. Pakhtakor take the lead again. They're in front. Can they keep their noses further in front? One of the most relieved people in yellow out there will be the number 7 Alionov, whose lazy leg on Al-Haidos gave away the penalty that was the equaliser. Will that galvanise the resolve of Pakhtakor now? Luka judged to have given away a free kick this time. Jonathan organising the wall just to make sure that there's no shallow angle as it comes in from his right-hand side. And they gave away the free kick. Wunasa is up there. What about Al-Saad? Got in their locker now. Not a bad ball across the face of goal, and Slotted away. So yeah, the substitute that came on to replace Guilherme, who got injured midway through the first half for Al Sadd. Couldn't control the right foot volley. Brian Riascos with 2 goals. Just misses out on that header there. Adam Zoda waits for the ball. Interesting now, these 3 points are massive for Pakhtakor. You know, there's no guarantee that they're going to go through. It relies heavily on other games and other results. The chances are very faint and very slim, but it means their Champions League Elite campaign would end on a victory if it would stay this way. And what they would dearly love to do is to be sat in the change rooms after this game, getting dressed knowing that they still have a little bit of hope, and that all hinges on them winning. So what would their mentality be as we move into the final half an hour here at the JAR Stadium in Tashkent? That comes Zoda with the throw. That's Medinov, the man at the front post. Gets a little bit on it. And again, Flamarion. Taken safely by Sadd. The irony is that Flamarion had quite a large say in the first part of the first half. Tended to go a little bit quieter in the latter stages of the first half. But again, as we've opened up the second 45, he's won the free kick on the edge of the box that's led to the goal. And he's obviously a player that Pakhtakor would like to get into the game a lot more. Gorky to Bunasa. Gorky again. Just a little bit of delay all of a sudden again from Al Sadd. Desire coming there. Sabo Kajayev back to Luka. Luka back to Asmadinov. Abdullayev will back away here to give Jonathan an angle. Has done, and can't afford to be on their heels, and they've given the ball away. Luka's done it again, but equally so Al-Haidos is as well. Alionov sends away the man on the near side, Kamdamov, who's going to get the corner. Eight changes Felix Sanchez made from the side that lost 3-1 to Al Ahly after going a goal up in their last game. They had some chances there. Mendy in goal, former Chelsea keeper on fire. Firmino, Mahrez and Ivan Toney all in the lineup for Al Ahly. Flamarion to deliver. Decent header there by Gorky. Asmadinov tries to win it. Solid header away this time, Bunasa. Lucas down, holding what looks to be a head injury. Referee can take no chances whatsoever. Sean Evans, he can see a player rolling down. He will be watching the ball as the ball moves. Fairly robust challenge, fair challenge. It's a very, very good all-conquering challenge there by Bunasa. Well, that doesn't seem to be the sweetest of exchanges between Unas and Asmedinov. Haidos there, just chatting with Sean Evans, who's been asked to have a few words. Asmedinov. Well, there we are. Unas gets a straight red card. And 64th minute, there was a coming together. We saw a less than pleasant exchange between Asmedinov and Unas. Unas coming back for a further chat. I didn't see it, I'll be perfectly honest. I've got my head in my notes. I'm looking across the pitch. Luke has been told he has to go off to come back on. But Al Saad's chance to get themselves back into the game just takes a little bit of a twist. I have to confess I didn't see what happened. I'm sure we'll get a little look at it in just a moment, but we did sort of quickly, as I glanced up, I did see Unas and Asmedinov not exchanging pleasantries. There's a little bit of perplexity from some of the players. I think, like me, were maybe looking elsewhere when the incident's going. Sean Evans is holding his earpiece to say that something's been happening here. Let's just have a little look. Yeah, up on the halfway line. Oh, you can see now. Rather, there's no need whatsoever. It's the captain, Sabir Kojayev, who's picked the ball up because he wants to get on with the game and takes it back towards the penalty area. Unas goes and leads with the head. Well, the moment you do that, you're asking for a decision to be made. And I'm now possibly going to look at the Sabir Kojayev's reaction to it. And bearing in mind that Sabir Kojayev only needs to receive a yellow card, having got one in the first half. Wow. He has wiped away some sweat from the brow of Unas, which is a raising of a hand. Sabir Kojayev, I think, is going to be spoken to by Sean Evans now. And it's a red card for Sabir Kojayev. Pretty sure. Well, he'll go off. He gets a straight red for raising his hand. I suppose as a contest, 10 against 10 is better than the unequal struggle of 11 against 10, but always retaliation. Keep your hands down. Fairly straightforward for the referee. I have to say, handled that rather well. Took all the advice he was given, looked at all the angles, and got the right decisions. Albeit, yeah, still waiting to see. I'm pretty sure Unas has made his way off the field of play and not decided to just loiter with intent somewhere at the field of play. Anyway, back to it. 10 against 10. Unas off. Sabir Kojayev off. 2-1 to Pakhtakor. 68 on the clock. A midfielder apiece disappearing. So formations possibly retaining their own way. But a needless incident for 2 red cards, in fairness. The concern was more about Luka, who crumpled in a fair challenge from Bunasa. Jonathan. That's Medinov. Getting the run from hat-trick seating Riascos. Bit of pep in the step now for the Colombian. Cheers go up inside the GAR Stadium. Luka, bit of time and space now. Who reacts the best to the demise of two players for a red card? It's really what we see now. Adam Toda. Across him. Al-Sad. Never been beaten by Pakhtakor in 4 matches in the AFC Champions League. They've won twice and drawn twice here. Patel. Haidos. Sad with the calming of play. Al-Yazidi. Korki. Sayed. Well, they've almost played themselves into a bit of trouble here, and Atal's got to get away. And it's good work by Riascos, who gets the ball, starts to wander somewhat, found himself a little too far back for a sprint towards the goal. There's Medinov. Luka. Good run inside by Kamdamov. Jonathan Luka just starting to process the football. Just looking for simple passes. His side lead by 2-1. There's Medinov. Abdullayev. Kolmatov. It's a long way out. 19 minutes from the final whistle for delaying tactics from my way. Kamdamov, great ball in. Riascos, that was your hat-trick. That was your match ball. He knows. He saw it coming. He hung there for as long as he could. But in the end, just simply got under the ball in front of the goal. Well, Yusuf Abdurrazak is the man that is making way. Fairly quiet for the man playing at the top of the park. Also going to be a change. Some fresh legs and fresh impetus. Well, let's see. Riascos' final action of the game. Bashar is coming on to replace him. Interesting to see what the change will be. Bashar Ehsan. Rafa Mujica will go to the top of the park now for Al-Sad. Kamdamov clips the ball in Flamarian, will have to scurry away near side. Captain sees the ball out, penalty taker, Al-Haidos. His last chance for the hat-trick was the last part of the game for the Colombian. Carried out there nicely by Gorky. Good crossfield ball as well. Tal, faced up by Arkham Zoda. Tal trying to get down there. Arkham Zoda does well. Shah with his first touch. And gets his second touch. Got a bit of space to run into here. Support coming from Kolmatov. The overlapping run ultimately from Kamdamov wasn't found, but again Sharp just trying to keep the ball in the middle of the park. Mujica doing doggies here. Alionov. What do you do when you have a progressive right back like Alionov who loves to go forward in a game where you dearly love to secure the 3 points? Do you temper his attacking prowess? Lovely turn there by Kamdamov, but well watched by Wunasa. A glance at the clock in the top left of your screen shows you that we're into the final 15. So yeah, Gorky just need to try and find the right pass at the right time. Well, first little glimpse of Mujica running in behind, getting the corner. All eyes will be on Pedro Moriera now. Well, Aidos, the set-piece man, Jonathan wants somebody quite firmly at his front post. Got to get it away. Well, that's a less than conventional way away, but Zoda finally finds touch on the far side to ease a little bit of pressure on the Lions' defence. Assad, Gorky, Assad again. Just a little bit of a pedestrian pace at times from El Sad, which allows Pakhtakor to get back into their rightful positions. Sayat. Sayat again. Excellent little toe in there by Kolmatov. Look up. Sends away. Bashar. Well, he shows great pace and he forces a corner. Well, they're stuck between a rock and a hard place at the moment, Al Sadd. Pretty sure they'll be happy to go home with a point in the bag. But they know they've got to commit players forward, which will stretch the game. Kolmatov with the corner. Played short. Lovely one round the corner. Terrific play. That would have been a lovely goal. Real chance. Little deflection. Well, Kamdamov with a shot. Nicely played there by Pakhtakor. They had no real right to dance their way through like that. Excellent play. And in the end, the shot by Kamdamov ricochets away. Flammarion with the header back into the danger area. Assad with the clearance. Lovely layoff there by Mujica. And Al-Haidos bemoans the fact that there was a bobble when he needed to pass the ball. Look up. That's Medinov stretching somewhat. Flamarion with the two-handed shove in the small of the back. Well, Kolmatov has played his part. He's going to be replaced by Buriev that's coming on. Did play in earlier rounds, Buriev also coming on. Koshimov. Well, there has been Atal and Al Yazidi being replaced. Just 10 regulation minutes to go. Sayed, Gorky, Sayed again, Bunasa, Kadir with one of the substitutes that just came on. Good work by Adam Soda. Mali was the other one that came on for Al-Sad. We're just starting to go a little long at the moment. Look up. Sharp. Alionov there with a false first touch, but Abdullayev will return it to Jonathan. His first touch by Adkam Zoda. Looking for that third goal. Koshimov playing right at the top of the park. Just to give a focal point to the Pakhtakor line. Out comes Zoda. Smiles on the faces. The smiles on one side of the face for the fans of Pakhtakor, and the realisation of maybe some older, been there, done that, got the t-shirt faces of other fans around. Well, Al-Sad will want to find something in the lockup. Buriev, Bashir. Koshimov makes the run down the channel. Flamarion's there. Good header away on this near side by Musab Kadir. Munasa with the long ball forward. Buika battling with Alionov. Alionov's got the ball at his feet. He's got Abdullayev behind him. He's done well to dig a pass forward. Buriev sees Flamarion loses out on this near side. 83. Ali. Well, stood up by Adam Zoda. Koshimov. Eking up a few seconds, finding the yellow shirt, Buriev. Senior figure, Buriev, not in age, but in terms of Champions League Elite football. Look up, Bashir, Buriev again. All Pakhtakor want to do is just retain possession here. Just process it. Azmadinov, Buriev. Azmadinov trotting out from the back. Kozimov. Leonov elects to go outside Al-Haidos. Well, he's tried to pinch the ball over the top, but it's easily picked off at the back there. The shot goes down under a challenge, and the referee took a long time to look at that, but he's computed it and elects that it was a free kick. Well, Pakhtakor can just put a digit in the first column of the win, draws and loses. Al Sadd, currently domestically second in their table, played the same games as the leaders Al Duhail, but are 4 points behind them, so it's been a good campaign so far for the Qatari side. Fancy Pedro Moreira would like his side, and here's the head coach of Pakhtakor, just to keep the black shirts with the gold numbers in their own half. But as we all know, when you're leading and you're getting towards the mid to late 80s, things can drop off. You can drop off, you can concede ground. Kozimov doing well just to make it difficult. Gorky. Play with a 3 at the back now as opposed to a 5, and ultimately they've given the ball away. Again, a little bit more quality there by Luka as it's picked off Al-Haidos. Ali, again, it's all a little bit loose, and this isn't Al Sadd's first sight by any stroke of the imagination, but oh, lovely run. Lovely run, Adams goes up. The flag goes up, and that will be very, very annoying. Kozimov would have been looking along the line there. Yerakuziev is coming on for Flammarion. I think Flammarion has been bright in pockets first half of the first half and first half of the second half. But we're into 88 now. Al Sadd trailing by 2-1. Both sides reduced to 10 men on 64 minutes when a little altercation off the ball that was picked up by VAR. Christo driving forward. He's done well to have his first real run. Ultimately a good toe in. And carried away out from the back there by Abdullayev. Bashir. Alionov's going to have to struggle to get this one. Kozimov had been hanging out on this near side, having a little refreshment, came straight back onto the pitch and got involved. Yeah, 65 on the clock, Unas and Savo Kayev got themselves into a little tangle, which resulted in both men being sent off. Unasa. Haidos. Big header down by Abdullayev. Buriev. Out comes Oda. Looking to curl it in behind. Gorky. Sayed. Well, Haidos. Well, that's excellent work on this near side to keep that in play. Kozimov has done well just to break play up there. Bunasa was the man that was given rather what we call over here in England a hospital pass, but he's him and his teammates have managed to feather the ball out to Gorky. Well, the Pakhtakor Lions, you can hear and see at the top of the screen as I look at my monitor. Neither they're into the 90th minute. Gorky. Sayed. Bunasa. Good work from Pakhtakor here, just making the spaces difficult to be passed through. Christo. Jonathan's starting position is good. Mujica has had very little service since he's been on. Oh, just the 9 minutes then. There has been a lot of substitutes. Luka. Abdullayev. Aliyonov. Good running near side. Yurakuziev was the man that made the run. Aliyonov. Well, that's not good there by the right fullback. His manager won't be happy. Just retain possession. While you have the ball, the 9 minutes are pretty academic, will be the thought process of Pedro Moriera. Give it away when you don't need to, and you have an opportunity for the opposition Al-Sad to try and get the ball forward. But he has got the header firm. Kozimov's first touch wasn't good enough. Bunasa. Ali. Conceding of Graham's Christo. Assad. Bunasa. Bashar's got to get across now. Azmadinov with the clearance. Doesn't find a yellow shirt. That'll allow Assad to come forward. Christo. Lovely reverse ball. Assad. Can he measure the cross in? Kadir gets it back. Assad with the ball in. Kadir. Cross not really good enough. Just a little bit of pressure being turned up here. Christo. Kadir. Bit of urgency about the Al-Sad side just at the moment. Bunasa finds Christo again. Out comes Oda. Al-Sad enjoying a lot of football here. Assad now. All about taking his time. Bashar up to Kozimov, who's got to hold it up for about 7 or 8 minutes here. Who want to be that man there? He's glancing at his watch. He's wondering if it's actually stopped down there. Pedro Moriera. Time standing still for his side. All they can do is win their game and see if results favour them, to see if they can cling on to a top 8 spot in the West Division. Game later on today Persepolis versus Al Nassr. And tomorrow, Al Rayyan at home to Istiklal. 0.5 of those sides would see Pakhtakor's Champions League campaign come to an end. Felix Sanchez will have known it. He picked a side to do a job. And just a glance at that man's Pedro Moriera's side will know that they have been pretty much in a lot of their games. You know, their 3 defeats have all been just 1-0. And they've missed a host of chances in some of those games on the way through as well. Alionov throws it down the line, but that's not the best touch in the world in the game. Possession given away rather quickly there by Yurakuziev. '95th minute, minimum of 9 to be added on. Good run here by Rafael Mujica. Just shows too much of him. Protect the football. Pedro Moriera would love to be shouting now. Out comes Oda. Bashar. Out comes Oda. Tries to help it across the face of goal. Bashar's done well just to thwart things for a moment, but it's going to come back with a bit of purchase from the boot of Saad, the Al Sadd keeper, in just a moment. Qatari side still trail by 2-1. Look up. Out comes Oda. Look up, bit of time and space. Picks a pass, finds Buriev. Buriev slips in through here. Kozimov. Fans want something else. Bashar with the follow-up, but again, the move breaks down and it gives an opportunity for Al Sadd to try and break forward. Tashkent, the fans here inside the stadium, hanging on every single second of this time added on. Assad. Bunasa. No free kick given by a referee. Bashar runs away, retained possession. Can he get the ball inside? Opportunity was there. Great defending, I would say. Hashim Ali got all the way back. You can sense, you can taste everything. You can taste the atmosphere inside the JAR Stadium for the home fans at the moment. They really are living every second. Out comes Oda. Luka. Out comes Oda. Pedro Moriera would be saying, stop. Just find a yellow shirt. Bashar. Luka. Bashar. Out comes Oda. 30 seconds away from the end of the 98th minute. Luka. Buriev. Bashar's having a little ball juggling moment, but Buriev won't get to that one. The mood changes inside the stadium. Foul given away. Azamedinov, the man that goes down. He's going to get a yellow card to match his socks, his undergarments and the majority of his shirt. Sean Evans waiting for him to get to his feet. A minimum of 9 to be added on at the end of this game. We've seen late strikes in games before. reiterate that it's a minimum of 9 to be added on. Headed away. Abdullayev not with the greatest clearance. Out comes Oda, gets it out far side. Well, that is a 9 added on now. Sean Evans will no doubt be looking at his watch shortly. And Pakhtakor live for a few more hours, you fancy. 2 goals by Brian Riascos has given Pakhtakor their first victory in the West Division in the group stage. They give themselves a glimmer of hope. They gave away a penalty in between those 2 Riascos goals. Alionov had a lazy leg for Al-Haidos to go over. VAR intervened and a penalty was awarded, which Al-Haidos put into the back of the net. Pakhtakor were very much the better side, I would say, against Al-Sad, who have made many changes in the game. But with 2 games to happen, one later and one tomorrow, Felix Sanchez and Pedro Moriana there. They have done their bit. A few questions being asked. 2 sendings off at the same time for the same incident. Servia Kojev and of course Unas. But here at the JAR Stadium, Pakhtakor 2, Al-Sad 1. Thank you very, very much for joining us.